Good morning, Standard 6 learners, and welcome to our first online recorded lesson. Today, we are going to learn about identifying interests and abilities. Identifying interests and abilities. And before that, let us review what we learned during our last lesson. During our last lesson, we looked at living a responsible life. Living a responsible life. So when we talk of living a responsible life, what do we mean? Living a responsible life means being accountable to yourself, to others, and to God. You are accountable to three people. One, you are accountable to yourself. Two, you are accountable to others. And lastly, you are accountable to God. So when we talk about being accountable to self or responsibility to self, what does it mean? It means three things. One, it means respecting yourself. Two, it means maintaining physical, mental, and spiritual health. And lastly, it means loving yourself so that you are also to love others. Now, when we talk of being accountable to others, responsible to others, what do we mean? It means four things. One, it means respecting others. Two, it means loving others. Three, it means accepting others for what they are and be willing to help them become better. And lastly, it means being a good example to others. Now, being a responsible person or being responsible makes our lives truly complete and enjoyable. As Christians, the Bible tells us that we need to emulate Christ in all areas of our lives by living responsibly. So that is what we learned in our last lesson and marks our part A of our today's lesson. So part B, we will be looking at identifying interests and beliefs. Let's move to part B of our lesson.